Suspense. This is the Man in Black, here again to introduce Columbia's program, Suspense. Our stars tonight are Miss Agnes Moorehead and Mr. Ray Collins. You have seen these two expert and resourceful players in Citizen Kane, The Magnificent Amberson, in which Miss Moorehead's performance won her the 1942 Film Critics Award. Mr. Collins will soon be seen in the Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer Technicolor film, Salute to the Marines. Miss Moorehead and Mr. Collins return this evening to their first love, the CBS microphone, to appear in a study in terror by Lucille Fletcher called The Diary of Saphronia Winters. The story told by this diary is tonight's tale of suspense. If you've been with us on these Tuesday nights, you will know that suspense is compounded of mystery and suspicion, dangerous adventure. In this series are tales calculated to intrigue you, to stir your nerves, to offer you a precarious situation, and then withhold the solution until the last possible moment. And so it is with the Diary of Saphronia Winters and the performances of Agnes Moorehead and Ray Collins, we again hope to keep you in suspense.
February 1st, St. Petersburg, Florida. I, Saphronia Winters, have hereby begun this diary because on this date I feel for the first time that I've begun to live. Diaries are no good unless one has thrilling experiences. For 40 years I've never had what could really be called a thrilling experience. But Papa's death has changed everything. Here I am in beautiful St. Petersburg with everything to start life anew, money in my purse, 2 suitcases full of new clothes, and a gorgeous new permanent wave. And Florida is really the land of romance. It doesn't matter whether you're 17 or 70. There are parties and dances and bingo games and flirtations for all. My landlady, in fact, tells me that people often become engaged and even married to perfect strangers overnight. I'm still shy, of course, but just the same, it's such fun and so thrilling to think one's fate may be just around the corner. February 3rd. Oh, diary, it is beginning. This morning when I came out of my lodging house to go down to the beach, I noticed a man, a thrilling-looking man, sitting across the street on a bench. It was just as though he were waiting for me, because when I came out, he sort of started up as though he knew me. Of course, I didn't speak first, but I knew the minute I started down the street that he was following me. Well, I got to the beach and sat down with my magazines, and suddenly there he was, strolling toward me with a broad smile.
Well, sitting out here all by your lonesome?
Oh, yes, I am.
Didn't I see you last night over at the Starfish Tea Room?
The Starfish Tea Room?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, I was there yesterday. But it was so crowded, I'm afraid I don't recall.
Mighty nice cuisine they've got over there. Mind if I sit down beside you?
Oh, not at all. Oh, just a minute. Sit on this magazine. The beach is so sandy.
Oh, sand doesn't bother me. I'm from Maine, you know. We get plenty of sand up there.
Do you?
You've been down here at St. Pete long?
Oh, just 3 days.
3 days? That's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wonder I didn't spot you before.
Oh, Mr.
Johnson's the name, Hiram Johnson.
Oh.
I come from Green Harbor, Maine. Run a big hotel up there summers.
Oh.
Well, that's my whole history in a nutshell.
My name's Saphronia. Saphronia Winters.
Saphronia?
Uh-huh.
Well, you know, that's quite a coincidence. My sister-in-law's name was Saphronia.
Oh?
Saphronia Johnson. You ever heard of her? She looked quite a bit like you, too.
Saphronia Johnson? No, I'm afraid I haven't. Who was she? Someone very famous? I'm so ignorant about these things.
Oh, that's all right. Say, look at that sun, will you? I'd say it was pretty nearly time for lunch.
And Diary, darling, he is wonderful. Strong and kind, warm-hearted, so generous. I don't want to be like the other silly women in this town, but Hiram is different. There's something almost poetic about him, something sad and deep.
You know, Saphronia, it's kind of mysterious, us finding that 9-point starfish on the beach together. My sister-in-law, Saphronia, used to collect 9-point starfishes. And to think your name, Saphronia, and you find a 9-point starfish with me. Well, it kind of draws us together, eh? Huh? What do you think?
Completely. As though I'd known him all my life. My landlady says it's foolish. But look at Romeo and Juliet. Weren't they foolish?
What's the good of waiting, Saphronia? I've got to be back at the hotel in a week. We may never see each other again.
Oh, Hiram, don't say that. I couldn't bear it.
Then let's do it right away. Tomorrow? There's a parson out on Coral Avenue who'll do the job for us. We can take a nice moonlight drive out to the alligator farm afterward, have a nice shore dinner, then climb on board the Orange Blossom tomorrow night from Maine.
Oh.
Just think of Maine. The big dark pine woods, the sand, the bay. The two of us alone together.
The two of us alone together. February 7th, on board the Orange Blossom. I was married in a wedding dress of Alice blue moiré, with a frill of white organdy at the collar and wrists, and a rhinestone belt buckle. Hiram sent me talisman roses. I'm pressing one precious flower between the pages of this diary for luck.
See it beyond this bend in a couple of minutes. Bags heavy?
No, not particularly, dearest. Oh, I can't get over that taxi man at the station. Imagine his insolence, saying he couldn't drive us over.
Maybe he didn't have any gas. It happens sometimes around here.
Well, anyway, I'm glad the weather's so mild. Can you imagine what it would be like in a blizzard?
There's the place.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't want to look until I put down these bags. Now, where?
There. Through those big pine trees.
Oh, it is big, isn't it?
125 rooms.
So many fire escapes and balconies and porches and towers. I stayed in a hotel like that once years ago with Papa. It was very fashionable then.
My grandfather built that place 50 years ago. Hasn't been changed much since.
No? Well, of course you put in modern plumbing.
Not yet. Here we are. Walk in.
Oh, what's that?
Just a foghorn out in the bay.
Fog?
We get it almost every night in this kind of weather.
What are you locking the gate for?
Why not? There's nobody coming in after us. Or going out again for a while.
But I thought you said the hotel.
The hotel's empty.
Hiram.
What is it now?
Hiram, darling, I know it sounds silly, but let's not go in there tonight. Let's wait until morning.
Why?
Oh, just because it's so dark and empty. There's not a light in the whole place, and no one's expecting us. What do we eat? Where'll we sleep? Let's stay in the village just for tonight.
I've got things to eat and a place to sleep. Come on.
Oh, my arm. Hiram! Hiram!
Do you remember my telling you down in Florida about my sister-in-law, Saphronia? Well, that's her over there on the wall. Take a look at her.
Hiram, you hurt me. Oh. Well, the glass is very dusty. She must have died many years ago. But her face is sweet, very sweet. And her eyes, there's something very sad and wistful about her eyes.
She was a murderess. She was hanged in Portland 25 years ago for the murder of my brother Ephraim, here in the lobby of this hotel. She murdered him in cold blood with an axe. That fire axe hanging over there on the wall.
Hiram.
It was a summer day. There were guests sitting out on the front porch in the rockers. It was just after lunch. My brother Ephraim was sitting at the desk counting his loose change. My mother was crocheting in that old wicker rocking chair. Saphronia came downstairs, humming a hymn.
Oh, don't, Hiram. Please don't tell me any more.
Why not?
Well, it makes me nervous to hear it like this in this big shadowy lobby. And your eyes, Hiram. Your eyes.